Cause when that trumpet sound, boy, you don't wanna miss out. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in the Lord or you out the Lord. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in or you out, ain't no straddling the fence. Either in the Lord or you out. One more.
Welcome to the group. Yeah. Ready?
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat. Um, my name is Meek, and I belong to Yah, so I go by Yah's Meek. All praises to my side. And Shabbat Shalom again. Thank you all for coming today to watch, be a part. All praises. I'm gonna start off with a prayer. Shabbat. Bahalayahu, Bahashim Yahushua Mashiach, Habiyahu. I pray that you endow us with your wisdom on this day, Father, as we search your scriptures to understand what you want us to know. I pray that every message that we receive is a message that you wanted us to know and intended for us, that we may not take it in our own eyes, but consider your ways. I pray that you bless us on this day, and I just want to thank you for waking us all up and allowing us to come together and be together and share your words together, Father. For this is a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you for the Shabbat. Thank you for our families. Thank you for our breath, our body, ruach, that you breathe unto us, Abba, and just allow us to search your scriptures and work in your ways, Father, for wisdom, diligent understanding. Yeah. Okay, so my message today is the well-intended may not know what's best at all. And basically, what that means is just because we have intentions, good intentions, when we're doing something, that doesn't make it a good thing. Because a lot of people measure their thoughts and their intentions and the actions that they do. They measure that according to human measurement. But we really need to measure everything according to the measurements of the Most High. So it may feel right to us, but it may be completely wrong. And the reason I want to talk about this and say these things today is because I know there's a lot of people out there who I'm not really talking to the ones who have a lot of understanding, but there's a lot of people out there who has a lot of questions and who don't know this stuff, you know. So I definitely want to open their eyes and awaken them and show them that, hey, just because you're doing it and you have good intentions and you're trying to be a good person, you walking in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to help everybody get to that straight and narrow path instead of the broad gate, because it leads to destruction. And the world has absolutely nothing to offer you. Oh my God. So our first scripture is, we're going to start with Deuteronomy 14:2. Okay, so Deuteronomy 14:2, it says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahuwah thy Elohim, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth." So he's talking directly to us right here. And when I say us, I mean the Israelites, the Hebrews, the Jews, the real Jews, whatever you want to call us, and it's by bloodline. Okay, this is by lineage, descendants. We're not speaking in terms of a religion or a denomination or anything like that, which is a lot of times people confuse the two or think it's interchangeable, when really this is our birthright. This is who we were born. That's it. We were born to be these people, and that's it. So it says, "For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord has chosen thee to be a peculiar people." So he chose us, like he made a choice. And the Lord chose us instead of other nations unto himself. So, I did do this lesson a couple days, well, not completely and like this, but I spoke a little bit about these scriptures a couple days ago, and I used a example. So you can, when you go in the kitchen and you make your plate, you choose the food that you want, put it on your plate, and you set it aside. And this plate, this is for you. That's for you. It's not for nobody else. If they all have whatever else they want, they can get, but this right here is your portion. This is exactly what he did. So, the world will tell you that everybody is equal and we are all the same and we should just love each other and all of these things. And I'm not saying, we can't be peaceful. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we are not equal. We have never been and we will never be. Not because of what I'm saying. Not because of my words. Because of the words of the Most High. We will never be equal, because he said that he chose a peculiar people unto himself, the God who created the heavens and earth. And above all the nations, unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. So we are above all the other nations. Above all the other nations. Just as a being. Just as a whole. Because the Most High did that. There's nothing that we can do to undo it. There's nothing that nobody can do. Okay, so step one, learn who you are, and then, figure out your identity, and then figure out, how to be that. So that's kind of like what I did. But know who you are. Before you can be who you are made and supposed to be, you have to know who you are. So we are these people. For thou art holy people unto the Lord, and the Lord has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. I have a precept to that, which is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. And it says, "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I the Lord am holy, and have severed you from other people." He severed us from other nations. So I did like that one because it's a little bit more concrete, right? So right here, he said that he has chosen us. And, like set us aside, right here it says severed. So we are not the same. We are not the same. Okay? He severed us from other people that we should be his. So we belong to the Lord by God. The Most High Yahuwah, and that's what it is. You don't even belong to yourself. You think you belong to yourself. you don't belong to yourself. That's foolishness. It's also called pride. When you can't humble yourself enough to admit the fact that you have a creator and nothing that you do, it doesn't even matter if it's not for him. Because it means it's all in vain. You don't have control. We have limited control, but he has all the control. But like it's definitely a lot to think about. It is, but good. Okay, so I have examples here. So I have, of course, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1 through 5, actually. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1 through 5. And I'm sure a lot of Hebrews, a lot of seasoned Hebrews are familiar with all of these scriptures. But I do want to just, give some people who do have questions understand, just in case. Might be good for somebody. Okay. It says, learn not the way of the heathen. That's the title, at least in my Bible. And I'm reading out of King James Bible with the Apocrypha, which is regular King James with the Apocrypha. But it's a lot less King's English than my 16th. Hear ye the words which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. So again, he's talking to Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. So right now he says, learn not the way of the heathen, which means that there is a way of the heathen. So we can kind of conclude here that like we got different ways, because he's telling us to not learn this singular, particular kind of way of the heathen, right? So let's figure out what our way is. We'll get to that, but he about to tell you, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed. So we're not supposed to be dismayed at the things that's going on in the sky. Why? Because he already told us what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are to use those for certain things. We are to calculate different things according to his word with the sun and the moon, stars, and the sky. So when you are not used to doing that and you see stuff going on in the sky, or you're not used to the word and you don't know that there's going to be somebody to come to deceive, you might be deceived. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of have like a little insight from his word, if you read it, that we may not be dismayed, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the works of the hands of a workman with that. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. So he says, read this again. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the works of hands of the workman with the axe. So a man go in the forest and cut a tree down. They deck it with silver and with gold. They decorate it, make it look all pretty and fancy, according to their ways. They fasten it with nails and hammers that it not move. So like they make sure it don't fall to the left or to the right. They are upright as the palm trees and speak not. They must needs be born. They are not living there, not mine. Just like the little idols, right? Who cannot speak, who cannot save you, right? The dude with the flood in Brazil. You seen all the people carrying their idols above their head. Why are you saving your God, right? And your God is not saving you. That don't even make sense. Because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. So if you kind of missed it, it's basically, to me at least, talking about the Christmas tree. So, and he says specifically, he's not confusing this word. If you read it, you ask for understanding, you ask for the Ruach HaKodesh to have, you know, interpret it for you. If you don't understand, you go to somebody like me, somebody like anybody around me, KJ, Osborne, watch any video, you know, you'll have understanding. And it's not confusing. The Most High is not the author of confusion. That is what Satan does. He tries to do that. But God said don't do it. Simple. And then some people will be like, this is okay, let me break that down. The well-intended may not know the best. People will do this. Will do this custom, do this way, do this, and be like, well, I have good intentions. You know who also says that, right? The church. The Christian church, who do this. They do this, and they say they have good intentions. They giving 20 little kids toys, and everybody praising them. Oh, they're doing such a good job. They're so kind. They're so nice. They did this all this Christmas. Everything they did was in vain, and it does not matter, and it means nothing. The Father hates it. He hates it. So just because you have good intentions in your heart, you're doing something that your Father hates. That's like your child want to get some paint and painting all over your walls. They got good intentions though. Painting all over your walls. Mommy, I painted you a picture. You not gonna be happy about the picture for real. Or I don't know. Some parents, I don't know. But most parents are being a little upset. Paint on my wall. You know what I'm saying? So you got good intentions. You're doing this at the goodness of your heart, but you're going the wrong way. You pissing him off, essentially. Pissing him off. Because I would be pissed if my kid did it. Right? But they did it to make me happy. Because they thought it was the right thing to do. That is not the right thing. That is not the right thing to do at all. Christmas is not the right thing to do. Any congregation or church that celebrates that is not following the word of God. Because if you open the Bible, it literally states that. They may have good intentions as far as you know. As far as you know. You don't even know, to be honest. Let's just be honest. A lot of people don't even be knowing. They don't even be knowing. You have to test spirit and by the word of the Lord. Not by your own understanding and your own thoughts, because we may be wrong to ourselves. So we can't judge next man unless we judge anybody by the word of God and not our own intentions, what we think, because that doesn't even matter at all. But yeah, I have good intentions, and you celebrating holidays, it is all in vain. It's like you're doing it for no reason. It's like you just piss me off. I'm gonna go to the next verse. The next verse is Exodus 20. Sorry, y'all. I gotta pull it up, but I do like stuff. Okay, we're gonna do 8 and 11. So if you're not familiar, Exodus 20 is the chapter with the 10 commandments. The first time that it was like read out loud after he got it. So, but we're gonna focus on right now 8 to 11. And I'm gonna read it. It says, and this is the 4th commandment: remember the Sabbath day, or the Shabbat, to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord, thy Yahuwah, or Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and all that in them is. And rested the 7th day, wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. So hallowed it means made it holy. He sanctified it, made it holy. He didn't do that to any other day. Any other day. And you, me, nobody's mama, nobody's daddy, nobody, no white person in the world, no any kind of person in the world has the authority to change that or to hollow any of that. We don't have the authority to do that. It's just not in our hands. It's not. So for these churches out here who are celebrating on Sunday and they're not speaking about nor teaching about the Shabbat, the Sabbath day, they'll read right over this verse on a Sunday and have no problem with that at all. Like at all. But this is in the Ten Commandments to remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. And it's the seventh day. So the first day is Sunday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's the seventh day. It's not Sunday. So I just wanted to tell y'all that. And the Romans, the Chaldeans back in the day, what they did was they had the day switched from Saturday to Sunday in honor and worship of their sun god, who was also worshipped in Egypt as Ra or whatever. But yes, so even if you go, okay, so I know I said I was talking to babies, but it's a little deep because it's like back with the intention. You may not have bad intention, but if you are in a place that you are not supposed to be, and you are participating, you are giving your spirit to something, you are praising something, you are doing something, exerting your spirit, your birthday, and who gave you your life, your energy to something that is not him, that is not good. So, for instance, if you go to a concert, right? A concert, and you don't have the discernment to understand what is going on around you. If you are in a place where the people who are performing understand the spiritual realm and they understand what they are doing, but you don't understand, but you still in the crowd and you're still singing, you're still dancing, that is giving praise, regardless of how you, period. Because if you think about church, how they, the Western kind of idea of church, right? It's a place that you go to. And what are they doing there? They sing and they dance and they praise, they read the Bible, they talk amongst each other. But they sing and dance, they praise. They're giving praise to their God. So when you're in a building and you're in a church or a concert and you have this deity or entity on stage in the flesh of somebody music, like whatever. They may not be a good person, but you don't know that because you just listen to the music, you just whatever. Some people don't care. That's how they say, But you can be a praise to that. Whoever that spirit truly is inside of that person, whatever that spirit truly is inside of that person, you are praising that. You are participating in that. So when you go to church on Sunday, and Sunday is the day of the worship of the sun god, regardless if you understand what you are doing, you are not doing the right thing. Simple. I know that was a lot. It's kind of hard to articulate, especially to one milk. But you have to pray for discernment. You have to understand that this is a spiritual battle, and we just have to be very diligent in the flesh so that we do the right thing, that we continue to stay righteous and walk uprightly in the commandments of God. But in order to do that, you have to know. So you do have to study, show thyself approved. We're going to go ahead and go to Genesis 2, 1, and 3. 1 through 3. Okay, I'm gonna go through 1 through 3. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all of the host of them. And the seventh day, Yahuwah ended his work which he made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And Yahuwah blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he rested from all his work which Yahuwah had made. So I want to read another verse real quick right here, Genesis 1 and 5. And Yahuwah called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So that the day actually starts in the evening according to the word of the Most High, because the evening and then the morning were the first day. So technically, just for clarification purposes, it would be, some people do all day Saturday, some people do it according to the lunar calendar, the moon, which is also accurate. Some people do it Friday, sundown, and Saturday, sundown. I really don't judge people based on the times that they do it, because it is written, if he does it unto the Lord, and if he don't do it, he don't do it unto the Lord. Whatever his reason is, his reason is that because of the Lord, if he's a righteous man. So I don't got no judgment to that. I'm, trying to make it into the kingdom, but you have to observe the Sabbath. You have to observe it. It is an everlasting, covenant that he made with us, and we have commandments to keep. And Sabbath is important, very important, more important than your Sunday church, more important than all of that. If you go with your family and stuff like that, I know a lot of people are very family oriented, and all your family is doing it, and people say, oh, I'm doing it for the kids, or I'm doing it for my family, and all of these things. Well, if that's the case, you're choosing your family over Yahoo. You are choosing your family over God. Instead of changing your ways and being an example, being a light in a dark place to your family, showing them the right way so all y'all can walk into the kingdom together, you would rather stay in that field just because you have good intentions and you think you're doing the right thing, but you're not. But you're not. But you can. But you can. I have another verse, Isaiah 58:13. Okay, right here. It says, Isaiah 58:13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Shabbat or the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own ways. So don't do what you want to do on the Shabbat, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words. We're supposed to speak his words on his day. We're supposed to do it with the gladness of heart. We're supposed to honor the Shabbat, be happy about the Shabbat, and thank the Lord for this day of rest, for he rested on the seventh day, and he is our Father, and he created the whole earth, the heavens and the earth and everything, and he chose us and gave us this day of rest. We should be happy that we got a day of rest. We should be so joyful, because I don't know about y'all, I be tired sometimes. So we got a whole day where we can rest. But we're supposed to speak his words, do his good pleasures, not our own. Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord. When we do all of these things, he delights in us. What is better than that? Like, there's nothing better than that. And I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob, thy father. For the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it. And when he speak it, that's it. There's nothing else to be said. He spoke it, and that's what he said, and that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. So if we want to, make him proud of us, or have him delight in us, then these are the things that we should seek him to do. Things that he said, that he spoke out of his mouth, that he delights in. And continue to do the things that he already been told us to do a long time ago. So, but how can you please somebody you don't know? So you have to read, you have to study. These churches is not gonna tell you the truth. Ain't nobody gonna tell you the truth. You gotta seek it out, and then you'll find somebody like me or somebody around you. That's how it goes. The Most High is perfect in all His ways. He will direct your path. He will put you in the right place at the right time, the right grocery store, in the right line, the right gas station, the right anything. When you meet somebody like me, somebody who will tell you the word of the Lord, just because that's what you see. You know what I'm saying? You just have to seek. You have to try. Otherwise, the alternative is to burn. And he don't even want that to happen, but it's gonna have to happen because ain't nobody listening. And y'all would know that if y'all read it. Not y'all. I know a lot of people do, and I'm not trying to talk stuff. I'm just trying to tough love. These are words of encouragement to get y'all to read. I come to Bible study Thursday. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Leviticus 23 now. So Leviticus 23. And this is the whole chapter of the feast days. Because I know y'all probably thinking, if I can't celebrate Christmas and Easter, well, we need to talk about Easter. But Easter is terrible. It's a very terrible day. Okay? Very terrible day. They sacrifice babies, kill babies, dye the eggs with baby's blood, and now y'all kids is doing it in honor of the God that they sacrificed those damn babies to. But you don't know that. You would know. You would know if you speak it out. You would know. But it's a terrible day. You should not celebrate any holiday that you know of that you celebrated as a child in elementary school, high school, middle school, with your children, with your parents. You have to stop. You have to not do that anymore. So, Leviticus 23 is talking about the feast of the Lord.
That's the goal.
And these are all of the feasts that He gave to us to do. That was then replaced by holidays. But these are the feasts of the Lord. The book of Leviticus chapter 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them again, He's speaking to Israel, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation. Okay, so I'm just about to look that up real quick in case y'all don't know what that means, a holy convocation. A holy convocation. It says a holy convocation, also sometimes referred to a holy assembly, is a term used in biblical text to describe a specific type of gathering or meeting, often related to worship, religious observances, which we already established that we don't even have to have a religion because it's our good. So this is we will call that a culture observance because it's our culture. And spiritual fellowship is a sacred gathering where believers come together to honor the Most High, receiving, teaching, and support each other in their faith. We also eat good food and play good music, you know what I'm saying? But that is what a holy convocation is. So right here, I'm going to read it again. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel. Again, He's speaking to Israel. He didn't say speak to all nations. This is the Old Testament. And say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation, even these are my feasts. These are his feasts. Okay? The first one being the Sabbath, the Shabbat, the seventh day is a feast day unto the Lord. That means we're supposed to be having a holy convocation, even if it's just with your family, your immediate family, the people who live in your home. That's enough. It takes one or two together for him to be there. It don't take that many to serve the Lord. It don't. You can even do it on your own. But the Sabbath day, 6 days shall thy work be done. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. We cannot work. No cooking, no cleaning, no buying, no selling. Okay, you shall not do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which you shall proclaim in their season. This is what was given to us. Okay? First is Passover and unleavened bread. The Shabbat is weekly. Passover and unleavened bread is yearly. In the 14th day of the first month. So the way we figure out what a new month is called a new moon. Right? So some people, it's when the moon is dark. When the moon is dark, that begins. You know, some people watch for the first slither. But again, if they do it unto the Lord. And if they don't do it, they don't do it unto the Lord. Whatever they watch for, that's on them. I'm not here to judge, but that's how we know. That's how we know. So when we see the first new moon, then we count 14 days after that. And that's how we figure out what Passover is. That's what we do. It's that simple. And the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. In the first day ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. We should not work on this day either. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah 7 days. In the seventh day is in holy convocation. So we have a holy convocation the first day and the seventh day. You shall do no servile work therein. We don't have to do the sacrifices anymore, but the Yahushua came. He was the ultimate sacrifice. But I've seen Hebrews still, do stuff like I said. People, if they do it unto the Lord. I don't really get into all that, but we don't. It is not out of all of these things that he said that we must do. From my understanding, is we have to do the holy convocation, unleavened bread, every single thing. But the sacrifice, we have to do sacrifice. He just want us to be obedient and listen to him and give ourselves to him, our whole heart, everything. And then we have first fruits. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying unto them, When ye come into the land which I give you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall weave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Shabbat, the priest shall wave it. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf of the lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, and the fourth part of a hin. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn nor green ears until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto the Lord. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings. So first fruits basically is where you take the first fruits of everything that you grow in your garden and offer it unto the Lord. That way He'll bless you and bless your garden, and your household and everything like that. A lot of people don't know this. Some people do, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people do, but more or less than do. When you give birth and you have a son, your very first son, your first fruit of your womb belongs to the Lord. And that's insane. Let me actually get that scripture. And that is Exodus 4:22. Okay, right here. It says, and thou shalt say unto, no, that's not it. That's not it. Okay, it's Numbers 3:13. It's also a scripture in Samuel. Okay, it says, because all the firstborn are mine. For on the day that I smote all the firstborns of the land of Egypt, I hallowed unto me all the firstborns of Israel, both man and beast. Mine shall they be. I am the Lord. So that's Numbers 3:13. Every firstborn son, even of the animals, the lambs, the heifers, the oxen, the donkeys, firstborn is the Lord's. Everything is the Lord. So when you have a garden and you have first fruits, it's the Lord's. When you were making money and the Levites was around back then, your 10th part of your first fruits will go to the Levites because they're the Lord's. They're here to do the Lord's work. That's where tithing came from. We're not supposed to be paying just churches and stuff. Everybody got it all wrong. It's all in here. It's all in here. But yes, everything that you get goes to the Lord. So the first fruit goes to the Lord, and that's where first fruits come from. Harvest time. Everything going in your garden. Firstborn son. I'm gonna keep saying it. Your firstborn son goes to the Lord. Yes. So that's first fruits. And then Pentecost. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Shabbat, from the day that ye brought the sheep of the wave offering, 7 Shabbats shall be complete. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Shabbat shall ye number 50 days. So he's saying, count 7 Shabbats after first fruits. Shall count unto you tomorrow after the yeah. And then after the 7th Sabbath, after the 7th Sabbath that you count, shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. So I'm gonna have to do some more research because I don't know if you're supposed to add 50 days to the 7 Shabbats or if 7 Shabbats equal 50 days. But
it should equal 50.
It should equal 50?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd say it should equal 50. So 7 Shabbats, yes, it should equal 50. And then you need to give him a new offering, that's what he said. But we, like I said, we in captivity, we here, it's not our land. We don't got our utensils and everything. And also, the Lord Mashiach, Yahushua came and died for us and shed his blood and was ultimately sacrificed. So we don't have to sacrifice. Ye shall bring out of your habitation 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baking with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offering, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goat for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of a peace offering. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for the wave offering before the Lord with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priest. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. You shall do no silver work therein. Therein it shall be a statute forever. Forever. Y'all, he said forever. In all your dwellings. Everybody else. Throughout all the generations. Everybody. Grandmas, kids, the grandkids, everybody. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest. Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of the harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God. So imagine if everybody did this. We would have like 0 homeless people. Not homeless, but hungry people. Hungry. They wouldn't even have to be hungry because they can glean the land after the harvest is gathered. You know, like if we live perfectly unto the Most High, doing His will and His commandments and His statutes and His first fruits and everything, eventually it's gonna be that way. We're gonna have land and it's gonna be like this. But you know, we're just now waking up out of captivity, and this is it. Okay, so trumpet blowing. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the first day of the month. Again, you have to count 7 new moons from the first new moon. And then that's when you will know. Shall ye have a Shabbat, a memorial of blowing of trumpets in holy convocation. So we're going to have a Shabbat. We're going to have a dinner, a memorial, blowing of trumpets. We're going to be trumpets in the air, okay? In a holy convocation. We're going to get together and we're going to get some food and we're going to have fun. That's what we be doing. We be having fun, but it be all in the name of the Lord. Glorifying the Most High and everything. Working together as brothers and sisters in the Lord and doing what He wants us to do. Simple. And it's actually very fun. I mean, the Day of Atonement. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of this 7th month, so 2 holy days in 1 month. On the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls. So we got to come together and not eat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, afflict your soul and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, and ye shall do no work in that same day. For it is the day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before your Elohim, Yahuwah. For whatsoever so it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, that same soul will I destroy from among his people. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout all your generations in your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at evening, from evening to evening. Okay? That's what the Lord said. Why? Because the day starts in the evening. So just it's gonna be like dots connecting, like puzzles, pieces of a puzzle come together to make a bigger picture. It helps you identify the world that you live in that was created by the man who created it, who is Yahuwah. Okay? From evening to evening shall you celebrate your Sabbath. Okay, so that was very specific. Okay? The Feast of Tabernacles. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of the 7th month. So again, this is the third holy day in the 7th month. And the 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles. For 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you. And ye shall offer in fire and made by fire unto Yahuwah. It is a solemn assembly. And ye shall do no servile work therein. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation, to offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah, a burnt offering and meat offering, sacrifice and drink offering, everything upon his day. Besides the Sabbaths of the Lord, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Lord. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, we got to sleep in tent. We sleep in tents outside during tabernacles. So we gather in the land, in the wilderness. Ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the bough of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord Yahuwah 7 days. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute for you in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths, which is tabernacles, shelters, tents. Okay? 7 days. All that are in Israel, born, shall dwell in booths. Everybody. So there's nobody exempt in your household. If you are a child of Yahuwah and you seek to do all his ways, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord, your Yahuwah. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord. Whew, that was a lot. Yes. So those are the feast days of the Lord. There's also another one in the book of Esther called Purim. Y'all have to read that on your own. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and read a little bit of the book of Titus because we only have a couple minutes. The book of Titus explains to me, I feel like, the modern day Christian church. So we gonna see what it says. That's what we gotta do. Okay, the book of Titus. Okay, we're going to start at verse 5. For this cause left I thee in Crete, that thou shouldest set in order the things that are wanting, and ordain elders in every city, as I have appointed thee. So, Paul was writing to Titus, he asked him to go and ordain elders in, you know, the other cities. And he told him, this is how you will select the men, or, you know, women, the people. It was mainly men. It was nobody. Whoever he was supposed to select. If any be blameless, he has to be blameless. The husband of one wife, having faithful children, not accused of riot or unruly. So he gotta have one wife. He has to have faithful children. His children cannot be in the world. His children cannot be unruly, not listening to their mother, fathers, or the Most High. You know what I'm saying? If that is the case, if he can't govern his children right, he should not be ordained or qualified as a leader to other people. So that kind of makes sense. Having faithful children, not accused of riot or unruly. So if his children is unruly, he's probably not a good leader. For a bishop must be blameless, okay, like Noah was. Blameless as a steward of Yah, not self-willed, not so angry, not given to wine, not striker, not given to filthy lucre. I don't know how to say that.
You spell it out for him.
Lucre.
Yes, sir. Make it spell like a read.
Yeah. It means money, though. I know what it means. I know how it looks. I just don't know how to say it. But a lover of hospitality, being kind, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate, can keep his temper, holding fast the faithful words as he has been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayer. He will be able to, by sound doctrine, by this word, to convince somebody who's scoffing at him. That's power. Without, and it said he temperate, so he ain't gonna yell at him. A man, a grown man, you know, that's the type of man supposed to be. Let's talk about the other people. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. That means us. Especially us. Especially us. Okay? Ain't nobody going harder for these Christian churches out here than the black Christian pastors. Especially us. It's us. They us. Even though they not doing right, they still us, you know. Especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not. For filthy the same word, lucre sake, money. One of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said the Christians were always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. This witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, okay, that they may be sound in faith, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth into the pure. All things are pure, and unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know Yahuwah, but in works they deny him. So they say with their mouth, we know him, we love God, we acknowledge him. But in their works, the stuff that they're doing, it's not true. It's not true. Okay? Being abominable and disobedient and unto every good work reprobate. So, shalom, y'all. Shabbat shalom. Have a blessed day. Thank you.